Hello everybody, and we are live. We got week 9 game day here between Washington and California. Yes sir, we're back to the Pac-12. Not sure if we've really been here much this year. Arizona was on it a little while ago. Shout out to McNasty for creating another graphic for us for game day. We got the retro logos. We didn't want just boring letters today. We wanted some Huskies and Bears. Let me know if you can hear me so we can get started. If you've never been here before, this is the SFA, a online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You can recruit, change your schemes, do all that fun stuff, and we have like 80 active users as of right now. So if you want to join, links on the channel in the description. You can check out the YouTube. Also, if you're first time here, you can follow, subscribe with your Twitch Prime to avoid ads in the middle of the gameplay. And as always, it's important to note any revenue made for this channel is going to be reinvested. If any users win the national championship, I will engrave and send them their very own trophy. So yeah, let's get started here. Washington and Cal. Washington is a team that has found recent success. They made the CFP last season, and Cal has been one of the greatest programs in the SFA's first 10 seasons. This is a team that oftentimes gets shit-talked a lot because if you've been here a while, when Coach Kaz left, they're saying, oh, Cal's going to fall off. You know, Coach Kaz built this team. They're just going to fall instantly. They didn't. And then they said, oh, well, Trent Richardson just left. Oh, this team's going to drop off. Well, they didn't. And then, oh, last season, Trevor Siemian, oh, he had a fantastic year, won the Maxwell, whatever, and he's going to fall. They're going to fall off. And look at this. They are 6-1 on game day, pretty much controlling their own destiny back to the playoff. So if you look at the bottom, Cal ain't right back. They don't listen to the haters, and they are balling with Kai Milner. They did lose in overtime to USC, but look at this, 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and he has 2 rushing touchdowns along with it. Kai Milner's having himself a great junior campaign. At running back, they have Chris Street. He is an 84, and they don't have much speed back there. So Cal may not be able to get to the edge on those outside runs that we often see. But at wide receiver, they have a very deep roster here, at least in the top 3. You got Stewart, Sturdivant, Anderson, and then it kind of drops off. So maybe if we see those 4 wide sets, they might be at a disadvantage. Tight end, 94, Jermaine Terry. And then at the line, you got 72 overall, 73, 84, 78. Not the best line for Cal, so that could be a focal point today. Their defensive line does seem to be decent, except in the middle. Pretty weak at defensive tackle. They have some freshmen there, but the linebacker core is probably what helps them out there. These linebackers look nasty all over the field, 84 plus everywhere. And then they actually have some decent players here in the defensive backfield. So really the weakness is up the middle in Mike Hill. And let's check out their kicking, a 61 overall kicker. That's not going to get done on game day now, is it? So 63 power. I don't expect California to be kicking all of that much. Now let's check out Washington. This is a team, like I said, they did make the playoff last year, but they have been known not to be able to really score on offense in the playoff game. They had 2 defensive touchdowns, but were really unable to score. But they're led by Sam Heward, who's having himself a decent year, 16-8. Definitely not the same as last season, but he's still trucking along. At running back, they do have Richard Newton, who can make some plays. Once again, not the best speed in the backfield here. At wide receiver, about the same. You got McMillan Odunze. He's really good. And then you got Polk. Tight end is a weakness for them. And then their line is a lot better. You got 80-plus overalls, a 99, one of the 4 99 overalls in the country. And on defense, Savell Smalls is a monster. You got Jacob Bandis. And so they are heavy up front. So I think a key to the game is definitely going to be how Cal's offensive line can hold up and how their interior defensive line can hold up as well. So I think this game probably just comes down to the trenches. And then let's see how their kicker's looking. 79 kick power, so a little bit better, but still not great. So you give Washington the advantage on special teams. So you guys have seen the rosters, and if this is your first time watching a game day, you're going to make the same pick as you did on BearCave. So channel points are on the line. I'm giving you guys a lot of time here to get yourselves ready. So let me put it out there. It's going to be the same deal. You're going to just a straight pick who wins game day. Is it going to be California? Are they going to continue the great season? Or will Washington come through yet again and keep their playoff hopes alive? If Washington loses this game, they very well may not have a chance to make the Pac-12 title again. So let me know who you got and what uniforms you want to see. So channel points are live. If you are not watching the screen, you need to use your channel points right now. Let's get a bunch going on channel points as I grab the thumbnail here. And I think we're going to go for so 1.5K going on Washington. Interesting. Come on, guys, get your channel points going. If you pick Cal, you're going to make some money. Come on, pick Cal, pick Cal. Let me get all of my channel points going, and I'll place them on the other side just so whoever is watching does get their own channel points. Got 6 of you guys. If you aren't joining if you are not joining in here, you very well should, as I was able to put some money down on Cal to even it out. All right, so let's see what we got going for uniforms. Let's get the home jerseys going. So I like the all black from Washington. I think we're going to go all black. Oh, and you got to go with the gold. We're going to have a gold versus black. Yeah, you got to go the old Joe Roth throwback, absolutely. Oh, yes, sir. So we got baby blue versus black here. This is going to be a fire uniform game day. Dogwater is like quivering right now in his seat. You still got about 30 seconds to input your predictions. Don't let the opportunity to make some coin pass you up. There's some good rewards you can pick. We got another 500 on Washington. Nicely done. Still a little bit of time before we get started. I think Cal will win this game just because I think Kai Milner, he'll have a bounce back game after what we saw from that USC game, because I just don't think Washington can move the ball with this offense on game day. I mean, we watched it with the Clemson game. It was just ridiculous. So let's see what happens. A huge game here. Number 4 offense. And it looks like Washington's rush defense has been really good, but the pass defense has not. So definitely a interesting matchup here. Here are the injuries. Some of these I show, some I don't. I only show impact players on CPU teams. And let's get on into it. Here we go. We got game day brewing. This is CPU versus CPU team, but it still has some huge playoff implications, Pac-12 implications, especially with a team like Arizona losing today. Arizona State is still surging. I know this is a North matchup, though, so winner controls their destiny in the division. Washington had 2 early losses. Luckily, one of them was to Houston. Top 25 battle, baby. Get hyped. Come on, Cal. We're at Husky Stadium. Cal wins the toss, and they will elect to kick. It looks like everybody's busy today, so it's just me on commentary. But if you ever do want to commentate, just let me know. I'll get you on. McNasty says 50 win coming soon. Yes, sir. You got a tough one, though, next week against Michigan as Sam Heward takes the field. This team's heard it all season long, how they can't score, how they choked against Clemson, who ended up winning the national championship. They come out spread to start the day, and they're running the ball to start, and he gets stuffed. Richard Newton. Washington did graduate all of their SFA players last season, and same with Cal. So both of these teams officially have no more SFA players. Washington, he's throwing it deep, and it's just taken a little too far out of bounds there. If Sam Heward would have taken the time to set his feet, that could have been a touchdown, but looks like he got a little bit too excited to start. He saw an open man, he just rushed it a little too much. And a big third down now to start out this game. Washington, he has a lot of time, but he just dumps it off here. And can they make a move? No, Jalen Polk cannot get to the first down marker, and Cal gets off the field to start the game. Caleb Higgins on the return. He only gets 8. And now we're going to see Kai Milner and this electric offense. They took out the defending national champions in week 1, got jolted up in the standings, and then lost in overtime to USC only 2 weeks ago. Hands it off to start the game. Chris Street making some moves. Remember, he does not have a lot of speed, but it looks like he does have some power as they ram it right up the middle there. Interesting, this first quarter normally is all about feeling each other out. No, committee will not start. I will select the committee sometime this week. Of course, Dogwater's got to step down after he whines about wanting to be on it for like 2 seasons straight. As Jacob Smith our big second down here. Chris Street up the middle, and he gets stuffed there by the linebacker. And that's the key, is these linebackers on both sides, if they can make an impact in run defense, is going to be huge. Force them to beat you through the air. A huge 3rd and 2 to start the game. Milner, they hand it off to Street, and he runs over a man. He gets the first out. He stiffies another one. Chris Street showing off the power here early. Fakes the handoff. Milner keeps himself. He does have a little bit of speed. That was a huge conversion for Cal. They had him dead to rights in the backfield. Kai, he has time. And over the middle, and oh my God, Maven Anderson just got smoked, but he held on. That is a big catch for this wide receiver, as Washington is looking to destroy lives today. They're handing out CTE like it's vitamins. All right, Milner, another big 3rd down. He takes it off himself, and he slides for the first down. Cal moves the chains again. So a great start here for Cal. They're driving. They're now inside the 30-yard line. And they're going to run a mid-screen, and that did not go all that great. Ron Stewart taken down behind the line. The corner did not get fooled whatsoever. No blockers were out there to help. It was just a dead play from the start there. 2nd and 11. Remember, not a good field goal kicker really on either side, so you got to get inside the 20 to even attempt. As Milner has a huge hole on the left side, and the QB power will score for the Golden Bears as Cal takes an early 7-0 lead on the road. What a run for Kai Milner. Nobody there. Beautiful blocking. Everyone's saying that Cal does not have that great of an offensive line. They just opened up a hole bigger than Dog Water's mother. Ooh, baby. God damn, what a play. I love when the QB power works. It's such a nice play to watch. When that QB's able to, like, explode through the line. Oh, it's beautiful. Love a good QB power. Looking like Vanilla Vic out there. As Kansas State has completely fallen off. Obviously, they're starting a 68 third string quarterback. All right, can Washington respond? They've relied on their defense for the last 2 seasons. Oh, we got a little bit of a return going here. Can Cal's defense get another great stop? Obviously, Washington, I think they got to be able to run the ball. They just need to run it up the middle. I don't think they need to get all crazy with it. But they've been relying on Sam Heward, and he hasn't really performed as they do hand it up the middle this time. And he is stopped. Richard Newton. Am I going to take all of Ron's channel points? They run a jet sweep, and they seal the edge. Jalen McMillan gets 4 there. And quickly a 3rd and 5 as they run back up to the line. So they must like what they're looking at here, but run some offset pistol. And they blitz, and that is almost intercepted. Caleb alarms or gets a hand on it, and Washington goes 3 and out back to back. The home crowd's absolutely silent. They are used to watching this team not score. We'll see what can Cal do here. They're going to start off with nice field position at about the 37-yard line. Okay, Milner. He has time again. And no, he's sacked. It looked like he was gearing up to yam it, but Savell Smalls breaks through. He just pushes it looks like the tight end there just straight back into the quarterback, and that's his first sack of the day. If Washington wants to win this, he has to come up big. Number 17 on that line, Savell Smalls. As now they're going to QB run it again. Kai Milner, he has some room. He breaks open, and he goes down to the 30. That looked like a designed quarterback run, and Kai Milner is just carving this defense up. It's not looking too hot here for Washington early. Cal has all the momentum. 1st and 10, Milner over the middle. It's caught. They haven't really been all that effective in the pass game so far, but on the ground, Cal has been destructive so far. They've done a lot of short passes, haven't really tried to stretch the field, but they do come out empty here. They run the screen pass, he breaks the tackle, but they cover it up. Ron Stewart again. They're trying to get him involved in that screen play. 3 receptions, 1 yard. It hasn't really worked so far. So Washington is converting in the pass game. I thought the pass game was probably where they're going to struggle. But Washington, who is the number 1 rush defense in the country, is kind of struggling so far. 3rd and 7. Milner flips the play. Goes to the boundary, and that was almost picked off. James Smith drops it. They are in no man's land, though, so I expect them to go for it, and they do. Just inside the 30, 4th and 7. Can Cal keep this drive going? It's going to be a screen pass, and that's once again covered up. Ron Stewart has 4 receptions for -1 yard as Cal turns it over. So their pass offense has just not done anything today. And Washington takes back over. So their defense once again coming up huge. Washington's used to the defense going crazy, but can they muster anything on offense? A quick option here, and Heward goes down quickly. He can't get the pitch off. Ierima just explodes through the gap there. Takes him down. 2nd and 12. Washington in danger of going 3 and out a 3rd straight time. They hand it off. Richard Newton, and nothing again. He gets back maybe 2, 4. But it's a 3rd and long as they are once again rushing to the line here. I don't know why you don't take your time. You haven't been able to move the ball at all. Trips right. They're going to throw it. He has a pocket, and he finally finds a man wide open over the middle. The tight end, Brian Linston. So the first down of the day for Washington as they get up around midfield now. Man in motion. Hand it off up the middle. Richard Stewart, and he is brought down quickly. Cal early on is not missing any tackles, which is pretty important when you have a weak interior. Those linebackers are making the plays, and they're not giving up extra yards. Hands it off again up the middle. Richard Newton, he finds some wiggle room, and he gets it 8. Washington now is finding a little bit of momentum after that 4th down stop. Can they keep it going? They're on the 40 now. Trips left. Oh, and they get a man to jump. Sam Heward's going to throw it to the boundary, and that is caught by Cameron Davis. They ended up not calling the offsides, but they're just going to continue on at the 25. A beautiful throw and catch from Sam Heward. 1st and 10 inside the 25. Washington is moving the rock. They're running some quick option, and my God, Sam Heward gets smoked. Have yourself a drive, Iermia. 3 tackles and a hit stick right on the quarterback's chin. 2nd and 14 now. Heward, and he is sacked almost immediately. So this drive had so much promise, and these linebackers are hitting home. Like I said, the linebackers needed to step up for Cal, and so far they have been. Elarms, he had that deflection on the 10 the last drive, and now he gets a sack. 3rd and 21 for Washington, and they are out of field goal range right now. Heward, he has time. Only 3-man rush. He finds him over the middle. Jalen McMillan for 14. It's going to be 4th down. Now the question is, can they kick a field goal here? No, they cannot. They choose to go for it. Must just barely be out of the range of their kicker. Once again, this is why you recruit a kicker, boys. And if you're looking for recruits, they will be happening right after this game. As we get a screen pass on 4th down, Richard Newton, and he will not get it. He delivered a stiffy, broke another tackle, but could not convert for the 1st down, and Cal takes right back over. So 2 straight 4th down misses from either side. They fake the handoff, and now Milner throws it, and they call it incomplete. Just a little bit too far out of bounds there for them to get the foot in. 2nd and 10. A lot of action. This first quarter is almost over. Milner, he finds the button hook as Anderson, he does step out as he was trying to turn up field. So a 3rd and short incoming. Third and short. Will they get the playoff before the quarter ends? They will. They hand it off to Street up the middle. He breaks a tackle, and he gets 13. So as the first quarter comes to an end, it looks like Cal is having their way so far. But both teams are still in this. Yes, correct. Washington is having struggles with yards after contact, and they're also struggling to even take down Kai Milner. He has some sneaky speed. He's not known for his rushing abilities, but he's already up over 75 yards in this first half. They're coming out empty now, 5 wide. Man in motion. They're going to give it to the jet sweep here. He does find the edge and get the first down. Jacob Smith finds it for 3. And that has to be one of the ugliest mascots I've ever seen. The Cal Bear is disgusting. Right behind Purdue's mascot. Milner. He's going deep. He has a man, and he gets there. That's Michael Sturdivant. His first catch of the day. A nice little corner route or outpost, whatever you want to call it. In a beautiful day for games in the SFA. This game's going to wrap up right about when the Cowboy game starts. So, really happy that I was able to go into work early as Chris Street has some room, and he's running up the sideline. Street inside the 10. Cal is having their way so far. 10 of 12. The pass offense is starting to come into play. Looks like this Cal offense really utilizes the screen passing. The outside screens haven't worked, but this one does. Some great blocking. Those big guys got out to the edge. First and goal from the 5. And Milner cannot take it in the end zone. Who do I got in a fist fight? The Cal Bear or Purdue Pete? So this is actually interesting because, you would say Purdue Pete just because he's buff, but the Cal Bear, dude, he might be one of those guys that's super thick, but if he lands one punch, it might be over. But I think I got to take Purdue Pete. He has the length, likely. He has the length and probably has the speed and the reach. So I'd take Pete. And he has the helmet. All right, 3rd and goal from the 1. They called Milner short there. 3 wide. Are they going to throw it? 3rd and goal. Milner! And he powers forward for the touchdown. Kai Milner, his 2nd rushing TD on the day to put Cal up 2 scores here on the road. I have 3 highlights written down. All of them are Kai Milner on the ground. Hilarious. Guy who's not known for his rushing ability. Hey, stay with us here. Colorado blew a 17-point lead last week, even though they still won. And Cal got some, Washington did get some going on that last drive, so. Definitely not out of it, but you do need to start. And this is one of those odd things Washington does. They come out in goal line set on a 1st down, and it just goes nowhere. Whatever playbook Washington is running is really bad. Anytime we watch them, it's just what are you calling? And then they like to hurry it up. It's a great sim playbook, I guess, but it's just, it's like a pro style offense, but you try to run some quote unquote trickery that just doesn't work. It's like how the Packers were running jet sweeps to Alan Lazard on 4th and 3 against the Lions. So 3rd and 13 immediately, and they hand it off here. So he gets a massive stiffy, but it's not going to mean anything. Richard Newton taken down the backfield, and Cal immediately is going to get the ball right back. So Cal might be making a statement here today. As they kick it off, Cal is going to have a chance at a return in some great field position here, right at about the 50-yard line. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, you're a great sim team, but then you're just bad on BearCave or Gameday, you know? It's really hard to find that balance where you're good on all three. And that's been my struggle at ECU, has always been I've never lost a Gameday. I've rarely lose a sim game, but anytime I'm on BearCave, it's just a struggle and a half, and I don't know how to fix it. As Cal, 1st and 10, they do hand it off here. Broken tackle, but that's going nowhere. Ron Stewart, negative 3-yard rushes, and he's negative yardage in the pass game and in the rush game, so I believe he's at negative 5 total yards on 5 touches, which is really bad. All right, Milner, he's having his way, but that was a dangerous throw as Savell Smalls gets the deflection. Actually, no, I guess they don't credit him with that. So there was a defensive injury, but he'll be back. 3rd and 13. Can Cal keep this drive alive? They have time. He dumps it off to the tight end who gets smoked. Jermaine Terry, his first reception of the day. And I mean, honestly, you got to give Washington credit. Their linebackers are kind of flying around, making some big hits, but the difference in this game so far has been Milner's ability to run. But Washington will get the ball right back here. So Cal kind of squanders an opportunity, not only to go up 3 scores, but to really put the pressure on this Washington team. You got to think if I honestly, like, what is this formation? 3 guys with their hand on the ground and 2 broken tackles. Cameron Davis goes down, but that formation is just questionable, especially when you're down, right? Like they run this kind of a formation. Mike, tell me what's going on here. Okay, now they got 2 fullbacks in the game. Power running, I like how they hurry it up. Richard Newton, he gets 5, so okay, so they have a chance to actually extend this drive here. Don't and they hurry it up again. What are you doing? So we're running the Maryland Eye. And they're going back to this little triangle set as Heward's going to keep it, and he's getting the first down. So I guess Washington is going to the trickery here, trying to throw Cal off with something that they don't often see, and it looks to be working. And they continue to run hurry up. I guess they like these formations as Richard Newton goes to 5, alternating with the full house. So they're loving these formations. Now they're back to the Maryland Eye. As a power running, 3 lead blockers, then they still go for nothing. So are they going to hurry it up again? They are. So I don't know why Washington does this, but okay, they're going now to shotgun. It's going to be a screen pass. Can Newton get to that first down marker? And he is swallowed up. Looked like for a second he might be able to get there, but the Cal cornerback comes in and blows it up. So that was a unique way to run 7 plays for like 20 yards. Every Washington offensive possession is just a hoot. As we get a stiffy, we get 2 stiffies in an 8-yard return. I love watching meaningless stiffies. Milner having himself a career rushing day. He finds Chris Street here with the reception. Not much else has happened outside Milner's ability to run the ball. It'll be interesting to see if if Washington can correct it as they bring a blitz and he gets it off. That's Stewart who finds some room. The cornerback completely missed him. And Ron Stewart, or I guess Sturdivant, I get them mixed up. Do they have the same number? I don't know, but how? So Savell Smalls missed the tip, and then that corner just completely chokes as Cal gets a big play, and now they're driving inside the 30. Apologies for messing up the numbers here. Okay, so Stewart is 81. So I flipped the numbers. And Chris Street just gets blown up in the backfield. Big play for John Coe, who came back from the injury. He has 4 tackles for loss, so that is a huge help. Now 3 wide. Milner. He has time. Only 3-man rush. He takes off, and Smalls gets him from behind. Only an 8-yard run. He's up to 90 yards here in the first half. 4 for 6 on third down, 66%. They come out empty. You got to watch the QB run here. Milner, and they convert, and he gets a lot more. Sturdivant is just making men miss left and right. His yards after catch are going crazy today. He's been their leading receiver as they're once again threatening inside the 10. Can Cal take a stranglehold? Milner, he tries to escape and he fumbles it. Washington recovers. Milner tried to get out of the pocket and scramble, and he gets hit and loses the football. What a costly turnover, and definitely a play Washington desperately needed. Washington takes over, and they needed that so badly. A huge momentum shift potentially is Hayward. They're finally throwing the ball. She just dumps it off to Newton. Cal looked to have Washington buy the balls. They're going to neuter the Huskies, and they choked on the knife. Hayward, and a corner blitz, and he misses the tackle, but Hayward just dumps it away. So the corner blitz gets home, but Hayward escaped it. But unfortunately, he just got rattled there and decided to throw it away. 3rd and 3, and Hayward's taken off. He breaks a tackle, falls forward for the first down. 2 straight plays. Hayward has just been so difficult to take down. He tripped on his own lineman, but he still got the first. You got to admire his grit and his passion. And a huge hit over the middle as Polk does hang on. And I don't know if it's the black jerseys, but Sam Hayward is just reminding me of Derek Carr. Is like a guy who's so passionate, but he's just not good. Hayward, he has time. He just dumps it off here. And it's 3rd and inches. They don't give him the first down. So 3rd and inches, they are running up to the line. Are they just going to run it on this 3-man front? I think so. No, they're going to throw it. And he just dumps it off to Newton. So a pretty easy conversion there. And pretty much the entire offense has just gone through Newton all day, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Washington is 30 seconds left. They only have 1 timeout left. As they're stretching the field, and it's complete. Inside the 20, Jalen McMillan for 34. And you got to think if Hayward put a little air on that ball, that might have been a touchdown. But 28 seconds now, and they're threatening. They could get this game back within 1 score. Hayward throws it, and that's going to be picked off. That was a duck thrown so late over to the sideline. What are you doing, Hayward? That play had no chance, and Cal takes right back over. As soon as Washington had some momentum and a big play, they just squander it. And you got to think Cal is happy just taking this to halftime, but they do get a big play, and they're going to call a timeout? No, they don't call the timeout, so they are just going to run this one down. As we hit halftime here in Washington, Cal is up 14-0. Washington has squandered so many opportunities. Cal almost gave away. And this is the last chance for you guys to join the playoff committee. Right now, if Dogwater pulls out, we're going to have 2 repeats from last season. So if you want to be on the playoff committee, please let me know. It does start next week. All it takes is about 30 minutes right after game day. So if this is next week, we'd be meeting right after this game is over. All you need is VC. It's 6 times. we just get together in a voice chat and talk football and rank your top 25 in the game. It's really fun. If you do want to join, let me know. If we do get some more interests, then I might have to have a draft. But as of right now, if you're interested, you will be on it. So you have until probably until rankings come out tomorrow night to let me know if you do want to be on the playoff committee. But as we get right back into this game, the difference has honestly just been Cal's ability to run the ball and Washington's inability to run the ball. Both teams have a turnover. D. Milner's rushing has completely been the difference. As we are going to get into the second half, and Cal's going to start with the ball. Once again, if you're enjoying the SFA, drop a follow. You can subscribe with Twitch Prime for free to get rid of ads. And you can also use bits if you would like as well. Yo, we got another follower, Captain Justice. Nicely done. Welcome, welcome. If you want to join the Discord and potentially coach a team, let me know. You can also check out our YouTube to see what we're about, as everything is always posted over there, all the streams. I splice together highlight videos, and then I do weekly roundup every week as well. Also, if you are interested in joining the playoff committee, all of those playoff committee meetings will be recorded and posted to the YouTube channel as well. As we got D. Milner, he's taking it himself. Now, he had a few huge runs in that first half, but he also had the fumble in the red zone. So I'm sure the Cal coach has been preaching ball security at halftime, as Cal's in a 3rd and 8 to start. So Washington could be getting the ball right back. There's a lot of time. We're on 9-minute quarters here, as this play just completely blows up. And D. Milner, I guess he thought he was still behind the line, but he could have ran for that. As he gets a 2-yard gain, I think that was just a lapse of judgment where the line of scrimmage was. He broke the tackle, but still thought he was going to throw the ball, and he got sacked. As Washington's going to get the ball back here. Rome Odunze hasn't really done anything for this team. Can Washington finally put together an offensive drive? Seems every time they get something going, they squander it with a turnover or a 4th down mishap. They come out in heavy formation once again. 2 tight ends to the right side. Power run. They're going to counter it this time. Newton somehow fights through like 3 guys to get a positive gain. That was blown up, and props to Richard Newton for getting 3 yards there. Cal has had a great day today tackling. As you got heavy left side, they're going to hand it to the fullback. Washington is trying to take advantage of this weak interior line, but these linebackers are having none of it. I think Washington's game plan has completely not worked. And oh my God, Heward gets speared. Trey Pastor. My God, they got to check Heward's ribs after that one. He just got smoked. He looked like Edge. Early 2000s Edge making the spear of a lifetime. Or a Goldberg spear, whichever era you're into. Cal gets the ball right back, so Washington obviously has some good field position. And it looks like my bottom line ad was accurate today. Who needs offense? I put the Washington Husky head on the on Iowa's coach, Kirk Ferentz or whatever his name is. As we got a wobbler, and that's picked! No, they call it incomplete. Jerry Pruitt, he did not get a foot in bounds, but that was a one-hander. Whew, what a pick. But it's not going to count unless they decide to review this, and they won't. That was a beautiful, beautiful pick, but it does not count. He did not get that foot in. As D. Milner lives for another down. As he dumps this one off to Street, who's taken down by Smalls. So Cal's living a little dangerously here. Recently, they've had some They've had some great opportunities. Milner. He's throwing it deep, and that is going to be picked off. So 2 plays ago, Pruitt almost had the interception, and then he gets it here. And that was just a bad throw by Milner. Not the button hook was not open at all. And the coach is telling him Washington has a chance. Just another massive mistake. As Heward's going to run it here. He keeps himself. He doesn't even care about the pitch, man. So Milner, we saw that in the end of the USC game, is he had just some boneheaded mistakes that kept USC in that game, and Heward's now running it himself here, doing his own Milner impression from the first half. Can Washington finally convert on offense? I don't think we've ever seen an offensive touchdown from this team on game day. As he finds it, and Polkey steps out, they say. So he broke the tackle, but he stepped out of bounds. But they are inside the red zone. Can Washington pull within a score? Man in motion, that's Polk. They fake the handoff. Heward, he dumps it off to Polk. He breaks one tackle, and he gets speared. My God, this defense. That one was a Goldberg spear. That one looked horrific. So he dumps it off here. A beautiful little broken tackle, and then he doesn't see him coming, and boom! Oh, my God. This is definitely a rivalry game. There's been big hits everywhere today. And they come out now in the Maryland I on 2nd and 13, and Newton finds the edge. Yeah, helmet to helmet. That would be targeting in today's day and age. Trey Pastor. Man, I'm going to be so triggered in the new game if they have targeting in there and you lay a big hit or something and it calls targeting. As the full house doesn't work. Washington thought they could get tricky there, and they're going to settle for a field goal. Mike let us know it's the Maryland I and the full house. As Washington adds 3. Just a questionable play call there on 3rd and short to run full house to your fullback. But Washington breaks the scoreless. It's still a lot of time. You still got 13 minutes. Down 2 scores. That field goal might come into play a little later, especially the way Milner's just giving the ball away. All right, Milner, you got to settle down here. He fires it over the middle to an open Sturdivant, who's been easily their best receiver on the day. 5 receptions, 102 yards. Another big play for him. He has 102 of the 164. Milner fakes it, and then he drops the pass. It was a little bit behind him over the middle, and that was almost intercepted on the deflection. Just, it looks like Milner's a little rattled here since that fumble. I'm not sure what's going on, but he just hasn't really seemed like himself. As Street gets the handoff here, they get about 4, so it's now going to be a 3rd and medium, 3rd and 6. And surprisingly, Street, he only has 7 carries, and he's running pretty well today. Yeah, Milner has taken a lot of shots. So he might be a little rattled. He might have that little Tua concussion, but he finds his man there open, James Adam for 11 as the Bear. He's breaking it down on the sidelines. He's so ugly in this game. I don't know why. But they're coming out 5 wide here. Milner. And it's going to be... He just throws that away. That was a... kind of a weird blitz. It looked like a delayed corner blitz, and he did not see it coming. And they're coming out empty again, 4 to the left side. And tight end blocks. And he's going deep and he's open. That's Sturdivant again. 20 yards. That outpost has been open almost every time they run it. Cal is threatening again here inside the 25. Can they add a score? Take the handoff. He dumps it off now to Street, and he only gets about 4. Second and medium. It's Street's 4th reception on the day, as Milner's going to be going over 200 yards on his next completion. Washington probably needs to hold them to a field goal here. Starting to get to the time where the clock's going to be the biggest problem for Washington. As Street finds a huge hole up the middle. That's his best run of the day. Now Cal is back inside the 10. Cal can push this to a 3-score lead with a touchdown. 1st and goal. Milner, he delayed handoff to Street, and he gets swallowed up after 1. Every hit, it seems, has been big on both sides. We've only seen 1 fumble, though. Not a lot of scoring today, as you'd expect with a Cal team. But Cal is pretty much dominated. 2nd and goal. They are throwing it here. Over the middle, open. That's Sturdivant, and he cannot get in. So a 3rd and goal now. He could not stretch. 3rd and goal from the 1. Can Cal convert, or will Washington get off the field and stay in this? They hand it off. No, Milner keeps it up the middle, and he gets the touchdown. His 3rd rushing TD on the day to put Cal up 3 scores as the 3rd is coming to a close. Three TDs, 3 rushing TDs for Milner. What a day for Milner. I know he's had 2 turnovers, but he's having himself a career day on the ground. Coming into the day, he only had 2 rushing touchdowns and about 180 yards. He's got 3 TDs on the day, so over doubled it, and he probably has about 120 yards on the ground. All right, Washington, it's completely crunch time for you as Newton's not going anywhere. -3. These Cal linebackers have been so disruptive in the backfield. We really haven't seen the linemen been impactful at all. It's just been these linebackers. They man in motion, fake the handoff, could be a little triple option. They do get the ball off. This is Polk on the outside. He finds a lot of room. Fresh set of downs after a 19-yard rush. First time they've really shown the triple option today. And it caught Cal off guard there. Washington's been running hurry up all day. Hasn't really worked. Man in motion. He goes to the slot. They hand it off. Newton up the middle. He does find a little room, and he falls forward for a 1st down. Washington, 2 straight 1st downs. They might be finding a rhythm here. Down 18. Can they get back in this? They hand it to Polk. He cuts back up inside. That one's not going to go for much. They finally shut Polk down. They're handed off again, and those lead blockers just couldn't find the corner as he blows past them into the backfield. Mike Hill breaks that one up. You would have, I think both those guys thought the next guy was going to get him. So a huge 3rd down here. They haven't really done all that great. Less than 50% today. And they convert here. No, he drops it. You have to hang on to that. He did everything right. He did everything but catch the ball. You hate to see that. And they have to punt back to Cal. Just a brutal. You run the route, the smart route to the sticks. You turn around, the ball's right there, and it hits you in the chest. Can't have that. All right, Washington, you got to make something happen with the defense now. You need a defensive touchdown or something. As he's yamming it deep, and it's dropped. Stewart had it, and he dropped it. He had him beat. He had a step, but it was dropped. All right, last play of the third quarter. They're just going to hand it off here, and streak goes nowhere. They blow it up. Greg Arlington. So as we enter the fourth quarter, Washington at home, down 18. They really need to get a big play or something. I don't know. It's starting to look a little grim. Their defense has given them a lot of momentum changes. You know, multiple turnovers, a fourth down stop, a few 3-and-outs. But this offense of Washington just can't do anything. And once again, another drop. So honestly, 3 straight drops for both teams. But Washington is going to get the ball back, and it looks like they're going to have some great field position. They catch it at the 40. Let's see if they can get a nice return. They do, up to the 50-yard line. Rome Adunze. He hasn't really done anything on offense, but a nice return there. All right, Washington, you're at the 50. You have to have a touchdown here. They come out shotgun. They hand it off here. Newton to the outside. He just gets nothing going. You think he finds some room to the outside, and it just, the lack of speed. This Cal defense has just been a lot faster. Heward, though, he dumps it off to Newton here. 3rd and 5. It's 2-down territory. Once again, 4 downs for the rest of the way. Washington can't afford to waste any opportunities on offense. 3 wide here. 3rd and 5. 3 rushers. And a mid-screen that doesn't really work. And Rome Adunze, I believe that's his first catch of the day. And it goes for nothing. And Washington obviously is going for it now. Three rushers, a wide open man at the sticks. And Jalen McMillan, he dropped it last time on 3rd and long at the sticks. This time he brings it in to keep the drive alive. And they hurry it up. You got to just keep hurrying it up here. Can Washington get back in this? They're running a screen. Newton, he does have some room. He cuts up the middle. All right, that's going to go for 7. Coach Bohr saying he smells a comeback. Arkansas got a big win today. You might get to bowl eligibility with that schedule. That's tough to do. So congrats to you. As they're yamming it deep, and it's caught. Odunze, he falls inside the 5. He's been non-existent all day. Here he is making a big play in the fourth quarter. It might be a little too late. As they hurry it up here, can Washington do something? Heward. Over the middle, and he tried to fit that into, what was that, quintuple coverage? There's 5 guys around him there. Oh my. As now they're stacking the box. The big uglies are out here now. They hand it off to Newton up the middle. Can he fall forward? He does to the 2. It's 3rd and goal. As time continues to tick away, Washington needs a score. All they need is a yard. 3rd and goal. They're going to toss it out left. He gets the pancake, and Newton is going to score. Finally, Washington is on the board. But is it a little too late? And they're going for 2. So an interesting call here to get it within 10, as they're going to run some quick option, and that's just not going to work. So now they're down 12. Valiant effort there. to get it within 10. Yeah, that was a fantastic block by the wide receiver on the outside. And they don't get to the 20 here. Caleb Higgins goes down. All right, Cal. Can you get another drive? Can you get some time off the clock? The worst thing you could do here is get a 3 and out. Over the middle, and Sturdivant again. This man has been all over the field. That's his 8th catch, 150 yards on the day. Best game of this young man's career for sure. Yeah, this does remind me a bit of ISU in Arizona, where ISU woke up when it was just way too late. Cal, he dumps this off to the fullback, Nick Jones, and that's actually going to be negative yards. Did I say that was Nick Jonas? Milner, he tries to escape, and he is sacked. And who else? Savell Smalls, their impact player on this defense. He gets his 2nd sack of the day when they needed it most. And now you got 3rd and long. Cal is in big danger here of giving the ball right back. 3rd and 18. I don't even know what you call here. You might just want to stay safe and just run it. Tight end splits out, though. And they're going to blitz the linebacker. He gets... Oh, my. They had him over the middle, but the defensive tackle dropped into coverage, and Milner didn't see it. And Washington is going to get the ball back, folks. Don't go anywhere. Things are heating up here in the Pacific Northwest. As he breaks the tackle... He gets 12. Yeah, that was almost a pick. The defensive tackle making a huge play. All right, you're down 12. What's the play call here? It looks like they're just going to run. You have plenty of time right now. You can still run your offense, but keyword, and they brought the blitz. He does complete it. Odunze. California is completely selling out on some of these blitzes, and they have succeeded for the most part. But quick option here, and Heward does not get the pitch off. He felt the pressure from behind, so a 3rd and medium now. Once again, you got to be 4 down territory here, I think, even in your own territory. So you don't have to get it all back here. Heward. He throws it deep. He has a man open. A beautiful floater to Matt Fletcher, and they get a conversion, and now they're deep in territory. Yeah, bro is definitely not Vic. But a beautiful little rainbow there. And here he gets a fresh set of downs. Man in motion. Heward. And he finds a man again. This is Fletcher again. He's finding some room here. 2 plays in a row on the outside. Washington is now inside the red zone. And still 5 minutes to go here. Plenty of time for both teams. Heward, he's going end zone, and he throws it out of the back of the end zone there. He didn't like what he saw. Live to fight another down. Now this is where that two-point conversion could really come into play. As they're coming back in the full house, they do a pitch, and that goes for -5. At some point, you got to throw the full house out of the playbook. What are they doing? It hasn't worked all game. Why do you think it would work now? You've been running shotgun, and it's working. Go back to that. So 3rd and 15 now for Washington. Can they get out of this? They dump it off. That's Odunze. And he falls forward. Gets about 5. This is 4th and 11 here. If they would have gotten the 2-point conversion, they could have kicked the field goal to make it a 1-score game. But now it's 4th and 11. They hand it off on 4th and 11. What are you doing? Oh, Washington. You have every chance to make this a good game, and you just choke. That was awful. Disgusting, awful, puking, throwing up, crying. I don't know what you saw there as Sturdivant goes for -2. So Washington's defense is still making this a game, but you got to be... I mean, if I'm a defender, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? You know? Like we're selling out to get you the ball back, and this offense can't even throw it on 4th and 11. Street gets the ball, and he gets swallowed up again. Washington's defense has completely woken up here. They're going to force Milner to make a throw. Fire Washington's OC out of a cannon. That's hilarious. As they hand it off here, it's a counter play. Street, he has some room. He breaks a tackle, and he stretches for the first down. And that play just kind of sums it up here for Washington today. Just so many missed opportunities, broken tackles. Oh, man, and now Washington is able to run some clock here. And this game may be over. That was a ball buster of a third down. As Milner now, and he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage, so Washington's using the timeouts. All right, Cal's going to hand it off. Street, can he do it again on 3rd and 12? No, he gets stopped, and they use their last timeout. So Washington needs a miracle. They need a touchdown, an onside kick, and another touchdown. I mean, if you want any chance, you got to have a quick TD here. They're setting up the return, though. Get some blocks, but nothing comes of it. Washington most likely dropping the 3 losses here. And definitely not the best 3-loss team in the country. That would go to Georgia, but they, their defense is top 25, but their offense is not. That's the unfortunate reality. Last season, they were able to scrape by with their offense because they had players like Chris Davis on the defensive side, but just nothing doing. And Cal is just too good this year, it looks like. But 3rd and 2, they're still going to try to put something together here. Washington. And he's yamming it deep, and that's a floater. And just not enough mustard on that. It just throws a rainbow and gives the defender all the time in the world. You can't do that. That's when you got to put it on the line. 4th and 2 here. This is going to be game if they don't convert. Hayward keeps it. He has all the room in the world on the left side. He's had a couple big conversions today, but obviously just not enough. You got to start running it up and honestly just start taking shots, Run some deep post concept, maybe get some defenders running into each other and get an easy touchdown or a broken coverage. He has time. Hayward yams it on the run, and it goes to no man's land, and it's just deflected away. I'm not sure why that defender didn't take the easy interception, but 2nd and 10. Maybe run like a corner or, something. Oh my God, and Sam Hayward, he just throws it into the ground. That slipped out of his hand, or he hit his offensive lineman on the follow-through. But 3rd and 10, just 2 plays in a row that don't give you much of a chance. Hayward now dumps it off for 3. What are they doing? Is this Kirk Cousins, or... This really is Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Sam Hayward. That's pretty much, he has some decent stats, but he just boneheaded mistakes, man. As they're yamming it on 4th and 7 to double coverage, and that's going to do it. Yeah, I mean, Washington's defense is definitely high quality, holding Cal to only 21 points, the 4th scoring offense in the country. But their offense just hasn't been able to do anything, and Cal has a good defense. It like they have a great linebackers. Quality, they only have like one meh starter in the secondary, which you can easily mask. Their only weakness is their interior line, but the strength of their linebacker core today was definitely the difference. And it's victory formation for Cal. And we hit triple zeros, and that will do it. Cal hangs on to get a massive conference road victory over Washington. 6-1, they improved to 7-1, winning 21-9 over the Washington Huskies, who drop to 5-3, and likely their season is over as far as the playoff is concerned. Masterful performance by Milner and this team in general. A pretty entertaining game day. I know the hype wasn't necessarily there this week, but I mean, Cal, I think, proved that they are definitely a contender for the playoff. Honestly, I'm putting them into probably that same tier as. So I think you kind of put. I think it's really going to be a fun championship between Cal and Utah. If that's because that's kind of the way it's going. I know Arizona State might burst that party, but. I'm kind of putting Cal in that upper tier with the likes of Baylor and Michigan State, and I'm liking the way this team's playing, especially on game day. The fact that we see their defense play this well, I know it is Washington, but definitely a fun game. Alrighty, so if you pick Cal on the prediction, you are making some money, 40%. So the underdog in terms of the betting lines. And Ronald loses his points. That's an L. Sorry, buddy. I'll put all my points on the line next time. And no passing touchdowns today. Alrighty, so that's going to wrap up game day. I just want to do one final check just to make sure I simmed every game here. So as usual, if you are new here, this is how it works. The week is now over. I'm going to sim the week, post the standings, and then we'll do recruiting. I kind of previewed it a little bit. There are so many pitches this week, so it's going to take me a little while. So, just sit tight. I'm going to do recruits here, and then I'll post them. I'm going to get the next player cards out tonight. Remember, a couple final words. This is the last week of the coaches poll, so anyone and everyone can post their own coaches poll. Do not copy other people. Use your own brain. Use your own mind. That's the purpose of the coaches poll, is to mush everyone's thoughts together. This is your last chance to speak if you are not on the playoff committee. If you do want to be on the playoff committee, you have to let me know either today or tomorrow. I'm going to pick it once rankings are out and finalize it and get everyone's roles going and kind of get them in the right channels so that they know what to expect. So playoff committee starts next week. As always, thank you guys for watching. These VODs will be available here in probably about 30 minutes. Once they upload to YouTube, I will let them go live, and then expect a highlight video most likely tomorrow for this game day. So thank you guys all so much for watching another great week of the SFA. We are officially over 6,000 career games in 10 seasons. That is just mind-boggling. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.